All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to yoga. Let's jump right into class. We are going to get started in a comfortable seat. So go ahead and maybe cross your ankles, sit up tall on top of the legs. Shift a little side to side as you need to. Get those hips flat towards the floor. Bring the hands gently onto the legs, finding a tall, neutral spine. Feel free to close your eyes. As you start to take some deep breaths, notice when you inhale, and see if you can start to puff your chest up a little bit towards your ceiling, giving an easy arch through the spine. And as you exhale, you kind of curve your spine, drawing your chin towards your chest. Thinking of it as seated small cat and cows. So inhale, finding some arching. Exhales, taking that back. Keep it pretty slow. Just finding some full, long, deep breaths as we move through the spine. And then feel free to start to vary it, maybe adding some full circles through your ribs as you go. Or you can start to quicken the pace or change up where your arms are. Maybe they're kind of reaching and stretching up and forward. Go ahead, give yourself maybe about 3 to 4 more rounds, moving through. And start to ease your way back to neutral spine. Just sitting up nice and tall. And as you arrive, sending your left arm up, and we'll lean up and over to our right. Gently stretching back up and switch, taking the right arm all the way over, easy leaning. And gently come back up. Do that one more time, both sides, taking the left arm over. And come back up. Take the right arm. Come back up this time as we reach our left arm high. Take a twist, so bringing it across our body, nice and easy. Roll that right shoulder open. As we unwind that twist, reaching the right arm high, taking it across, roll the left shoulder open. Unwinding that twist, working our way into tabletop. And as we find our tabletop right away, sending the right foot back behind us. Keep the toes on the floor, sweeping the left arm up towards the ceiling, finding an easy twist. We're going to take another big inhale. And as we exhale, almost like we're going to thread the needle, bringing that left arm across, tap your shoulder to the floor. And then inhale, unwind, lift and open back up. Exhale, bringing it across, finding a little thread. Inhale, sweep up and open. Exhale, bringing it across, easy twist. And inhale, open. Bringing that hand back down. We're going to tuck those left toes. We're going to press up into a 3-leg down dog, sitting our right leg flat. Take some movement here in that right leg, ankle, knee, hip. We can circle, we can bend and straighten. Go ahead, release, finding our way back down to tabletop. Send the left foot straight back behind us. Reaching our right arm up towards the ceiling, big twist. And then we'll thread the needle coming down to that right ear and shoulder for a moment. Inhale, sweep up, open. Finding our twist, come across. One more full round, lift up and open. Take that thread the needle, come across. Reach back up and open. Bring the hand to the floor, tuck the right toes underneath. So as we press up, 3-leg down dog. Moving out that left side, ankle, knee, hip. And releasing that left foot, finding our way into down dog. And pedal through the feet. Gently alternating one heel at a time towards the floor. And settling those heels down, we'll take our right leg, just step that right foot through up to the hands, finding our way up to a lunge. Return that left knee down to the floor. We're just gonna bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling, finding our crescent moon. Draw that right hip back. Bring the fingertips back down. Step back, finding our way to down dog. Stretch out. And then we're gonna switch. Just send that left foot forward into our lunge. Returning right knee to the ground, floating fingertips up, finding that crescent moon. Draw the left hip back. And return the hands down, step right back into our down dog. Sending the hips high. Go ahead, walk the hands towards the feet. So coming to the back of our mat, bending our way into this fold. You can grab for elbows. Keep the knees soft. Maybe nodding the head a little yes. Maybe shaking the head no. Allow our knees to bend, finding our chin to our chest. We're gonna roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Stretching out the legs as our shoulders come over hips, standing tall. Take the shoulders back. Pressing straight down through the legs, bringing hands behind us. Finding a chest expansion, open the shoulders. Keep those knees bent as the top of the head comes back down. Chest extension, forward fold. Bringing hands down to the floor. As we walk our hands out, bring your right leg with you. Come up to your low lunge. Tap that left knee back down, coming up to crescent moon, floating high. We're gonna open twist, sending our right arm back. Send that right hand towards the leg, reach the left arm to the ceiling, easy back bend. Unwind the arms, come back to crescent moon. Plant those hands down, lifting that back knee up. Step back to your high plank. We're gonna come all the way through our chaturanga, knees, toes, cobra or up dog, stretch out. Finding our way to our down dog, lengthen the legs and arms. From here, knees can bend as our hands walk to the feet, back of our mat, finding our forward fold. Keep the knees bent, chin to chest. And roll up through the spine, through each vertebrae. Stretch out the legs as our shoulders pull our hips. Take the shoulders back. Finding your other hand on top, chest expansion. Draw the shoulders and knuckles down, lifting through the spine. Knees can bend as we add our forward fold with chest expansion. Hands to low back. As they slide down the legs and our hands walk forward, bring our left leg with us. Come up to your low lunge. Tap that right knee down, fingertips float up, crescent moon. Left arm, left hip draws back, open twist. Left hand reaching down, right arm towards the ceiling. Unwind our twist. Release the hands, step back, high plank. Flow through your chaturanga, knees, toes, cobra or up dog, stretch up. Come back to our down dog and breathe. Again, hands to our feet, back of our mat. Knees can soften. And this time, knees soft, an open twist, send your right arm towards the ceiling. Bring that right arm back down and gently switch, opening your left arm to the ceiling. And unwind. Then walk the hands up the legs, find a flat back, almost like you're in a tabletop or high plank. Reach the arms forward, palms face in, strong spine, knees soft. Come all the way up to stand, reach up, take a side bend to your right. Come back up and switch, side bend left. Come back up, forward fold, release hands to the floor. Walk those hands out, bring your right foot with you, step up to your low lunge. This time, legs stay lifted, come to high crescent lunge. Open twist that right arm. Right hand reaching down, left arm up. Little back bend. Unwind, high crescent lunge. I'm gonna add up, warrior two, spin and open wide. Stretching our right leg, reversing triangle. Think side body stretch, reaching tall. Rebend our right knee, track it forward. And extending side angle, out and down. Straightening that right knee as we come back up, reversing triangle. Stand tall, we're gonna adjust and turn the heels in, toes to the corners. Finding star pose, reach everything up. Then we're gonna exhale, we're gonna horse and bend both knees, sink those fingertips towards the knees. Inhale, star, stretch everything up. Exhale, horse, send those hips straight down one more time. Inhale, star, reach up. Exhale, horse, fingertips to the knees. You can take a couple breaths here. Finding a little shifting, maybe add a twist through the hips, the shoulders. And go ahead, turn those feet back to that side. We're gonna do a wide forward fold. Walk the hands to the front, step right back into our down dog, sending our hips high. One more time, hands walking to the feet, back of our mats. And we're gonna open twist, sweeping our right arm up towards the ceiling. Release, switch out, opening the left hand. Release, walk the hands up the legs, just find a halfway point. Find that strong spine like a tabletop or high plank. Knees can soften so hamstrings don't tense up. Reach the hands forward, palms are facing in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Strong spine, bringing us all the way up to stand. Take a side bend to our right. Come back up and switch, side bend left. Come back up, forward fold. One more time, hands walk forward, bring our left leg with us. Find our way to our lunge. Legs stay up as we high crescent lunge. Open twist, left arm back. Adding our back bend, left arm down, right arm up. High crescent lunge. Open wider, warrior two. Track that front knee over our toe. Stretching left leg, left side reverse triangle. Rebend that left knee, extend side angles, out and down. Take that top arm straight up towards the ceiling. Stretching one more, reverse triangle. We'll stand tall, finding our star pose. So again, adjust those feet as much as we need to. Heels in, toes out, open up. As we exhale, knees bend, fingertips can reach towards the knees, sit tall. Inhale, star, float up. Exhale, horse, soften back down. One more, inhale, star. And exhale, horse, will stay low. Again, hands, maybe even elbows on the legs. Find as much shifting and movement as we need to. And transitioning into our wide forward fold. Turn those feet completely to that side. Walk the hands back towards the front. Step right back into our down dog. Sending the hips high. Square both hands and feet up. In our down dog, we're going to inhale, stretching our right leg. Hold and breathe. Our next breath, bring that right knee through to our low lunge. We're going to tap that left knee down, coming into our half splits. Walk the hands, the hips back, front toes can point up or reach towards the floor. And we'll ease our way back into that front foot. We're going to lift our hips high, and we're going to take our right leg, sending it across our body, almost like a thread the needle. And we're going to come to a wide side plank. Spin both heels to the right, opening the left arm up towards the ceiling. Press the ground away. Stack those shoulders. Hold that right side. We breathe here for 3. We're going to unwind and come into our pigeon. Into finding that left hand down, squeeze your right knee back in towards your chest, stretching your right leg up. And then bringing that right shin, right leg back forward, coming into pigeon. Check that back leg straight behind us. We're going to sit tall first, fingertips towards our hips, lifting up through the chest and spine. If it feels okay in the body, go ahead and see if we can bend that back knee. Roll and reach our left hand behind us. Or you could do opposite arm as leg. So reaching our right hand behind us, finding a little extra opening through that left leg. If we have a quad stretch, we can go ahead and release it. Maybe we soften a little bit closer towards the floor. Taking a few more breaths in our pigeons. Start to return up to our palms. We'll press the ground away, sending that right leg up and back. Bending our way into down dog. Take some time, shift and move around, especially in that right leg. And then settling into both hands, both feet. And then we're going to inhale, stretching our left leg up and fold here. Wherever we are, keep breathing. Continuing to lengthen out that left side. And gently bring that left knee up and through to our low lunge. We'll tap our right knee down, start to walk the hands and the hips back, coming into our half splits. Front toes can stay down or point up towards the ceiling. And from that half splits, we'll shift back forward. Plant our palms, we're gonna lift and squeeze that left knee and bringing it across the body like we're threading a needle. Spin down onto both heels and open that right arm up towards the ceiling. So big side plank, stacking our shoulders over our left wrist, press the ground away. We're here for 3. Right hand back to the floor in 2. Bring that right hand back down, bring our left knee to our chest, stretch and unwind that left leg high, bringing it through to pigeon. And maybe untuck and scoot that back leg. Walk the fingertips in towards the hips as much as we can. Lift through the chest. If adding in our quad stretch, bending that right knee, rolling either right arm or left hand back. Or we can melt down into the floor. And if we had that quad stretch and we haven't yet released, we may fold down towards the ground. Wherever we are, we'll take a few more breaths. And easing our way back up into our down dog. One last time, shake out that left leg, left side, however we need to. And as we feel ready, bringing the hands and feet in towards each other. We're going to find our way into our yogi squat or garland pose. So allow our feet to open up. And we'll start to bend our knees, so toes out to the corner, sending the hips down towards the floor, depending on how the Achilles and our hips feel. Your heels might be lifted. Maybe your feet are a little bit closer together. Fingertips can still be down. Or maybe those feet can be wide, heels flat to the floor, always making sure our knee is over either our second toe or even our third toe. And then we don't fold into the arches of our feet or try to press our knees out and away. Whether fingertips are down or they can comfortably kind of hang off the floor. We're going to hang over for a couple breaths, maybe finding a little bit of shifting side to side if that feels okay. If our fingertips are staying down and we're curving through our spine, see if we can gently roll one shoulder at a time behind us. So even if the fingertips stay down, we think of bringing our chest forward and lengthening out the spine. And gently finding our way down to a seat, however we need to. Go ahead, take a moment, stretch both legs out in front, give them a shake, making sure we're sitting up tall. And then we're going to bend our knees up towards our chest and allow the feet to be a little bit wider than the hips. We can lean back on the hands and we're going to let our left knee fall in first and right knee can stack on top. Depending on how the outside of our hips feel, you can take that left leg as wide as you need to and allow that knee to fall in. And we'll ease our way back up. Go ahead, switch, allowing our right knee to fall in first. Again, if we need to adjust where that right leg is as it falls inward. And then easing our way back up, go ahead, take a couple windshield wipers in the knees, side to side, and maybe even start to make it as a right angle on both legs. So as you rock, you kind of start to move all the way towards one side, twist and shift. And you add even a little twist in your upper body, gazing over one leg and shoulder, and then switching. And finding our way kind of one more time through both sides. And as we come back into the center, go ahead, readjust the feet. So they're pressing into the floor. Fingertips can reach forward, gently roll down through the spine. Coming onto our back, slide the feet in closer. We're gonna send the fingertips towards the ceiling. Let the arms come all the way overhead. So back of the hands are reaching towards the floor. Reach them back up towards the ceiling and letting them rest down to our mat. Now we're gonna add our hips coming up into bridge. So lifting the hips, lift the arms up, finding our peak at the top, and rolling back down through the spine. Now, just as we did at the beginning, see if we could take a whole breath. So using an inhale to lift up, and then exhale to roll back down. Inhale to lift and roll up. Then exhales to roll back down. Take about 2 more, moving through. And as you finish that second full exhale, keep your hands at the starting position and just allow your hips to return back up to bridge. And we're going to stay here for a couple breaths. And slowly return those hips back down to the floor. Take a couple windshield wipers or draw the knees into our chest. Finding some circling, gentle rocking. And keeping our right knee in. And then extending your left leg actually up towards the ceiling. We're going to keep holding that right knee just gently in towards our chest. If it feels better, keep that knee bent, but plant the foot towards the floor. So just stretching out through our left hamstring. And we're going to gently release, allow both knees to draw back into our chest. Keeping the left knee close, and we'll extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, if it feels better to plant that left foot to the floor, but keep the knee bent. We just focus on our right hamstring. And gently re-bend the knees. Now this time we're going to keep our right knee in. Extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. Now from here we can start to extend that right leg out long. It can float down towards the floor, stretching it out fully. Allow both knees to draw back into our chest. Keep the left knee in, extending that right leg up towards the ceiling to start. Then begin to extend out that left leg long, letting it reach towards the floor, keeping it straight. And gently allowing both knees to bend back into our chest. Zip the legs together, let them both fall over to the left side. And open the arms up nice and wide to a T or a goal post. See if we can soften our right shoulder back into the floor. And gently one knee at a time, drawing into our chest, and then we'll switch, letting both legs be together and fall to the right. Reopen up the arms, the shoulders, the chest. And gently, one knee at a time, can come back into the center. Squeeze those knees in close, maybe even pull your forehead to your knees. Give yourself a little rocking side to side. Feel free to even start to kick a few times. Length of your spine rolling through. Work your way all the way up to approach and curl. So we'll find our way up on the hands, on the feet, rounding our spine, chin to our chest. And then just pressing heels into the floor. So straightening out the legs any amount for our heels to touch top of the head, reaching towards the ground. Take the hands and actually cradle your head in your palms so they're interlaced at the back of our skull. Those knees pretty soft. Get a little gentle bob in your head, up and down. And you can keep the weight of the hands behind your head. As we keep our knees bent, elbows can fold in towards the ears. Knees bent, and we're going to roll up in an 8 count and really thinking about keeping our chin to our chest and curving through that upper back as we roll up for 8. For 7, keep those knees bent, think pat back. 6, 5, 4, bringing hips over knees. 3, 2, as our chin lifts up away from our chest, just let the elbows open. We notice if we need to relax in our glutes, let the arms just float down to the side, and then take a moment, just alternate your knees. Let your hips, let your arms, let your upper body give a little bit of a sway side to side. But keep those shoulders down and back. And standing tall, shake it out. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for joining me, everybody. And I'll see you next time.